listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day in Gwinnett County, 47 degrees, going to be 64, y'all. It's going to be beautiful. Here's the thing, though, it's going to rain this evening. So if you don't get out there and enjoy the sunshine early, you're going to miss the sunshine because it's going to rain this evening right through to tomorrow. So just know that beautiful today, 64 degrees, but tonight and probably all day tomorrow, rain. Probably all this, well, yeah. Probably gonna rain. It's gonna rain tomorrow too. 80% chance of rain. So when I come back tomorrow, I'm gonna give you some great numbers, but it's gonna rain. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I had a nice weekend, y'all. I really did. My granddaughter's birthday was Saturday. Happy birthday to my sugar booger. Her turned 2 years old. Her name is Carter. I call her Sugar Booger. And my daughter's like, why you call it that? But I've been calling her that for a long time since she pretty much was like probably 3 months old. I used to call her Darling. And I used to call my daughter Darling. And then I decided to call her Sugar Booger. And that's what she answers to. Now I won't call her that when she's older. Not in public anyway. My daughter nickname was Muffin. So all of the family call her Muff. And but we don't call her that too much in public. You know, sometimes it'll slip around her friends, but her name is Dominique, but we call her Muffin. But my Sugar Booger turned 2 years old on Saturday. We had a party on Sunday. And so if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see some pictures that I posted. One picture is with me, with the three of us. And then one picture is her by herself. She has another lipstick and she's putting it on. And then I think one picture, did I post 3 pictures? I know I definitely posted that one. And then I posted one where she looks like she's ready to get into something. So check out my Facebook page on Good Morning Gwinnett. But anyway, hope you had a wonderful week. Want to give a happy birthday shout out to my mother's baby brother, my Uncle John. Happy birthday, Uncle John, and many, many more. Love you to life, baby. Enjoy your beautiful day. Yeah, we got all these Capricorns right here together. My brother Michael's birthday was the 21st. Carter's birthday was the 23rd. My Uncle Blunt is the 25th. My Aunt Lori's the 27th. That's how it rolled. There's a bunch of caps in there. And January 17th was my daughter Katrina. So it was 17, 21, 23, 25, 27. I need to play them numbers in the picket. That sounds like some lottery numbers, don't it, y'all? I don't know. We should have played in that big picket. Y'all heard that only one ticket was sold for each of them big jackpots. It wasn't ours because I'm still here. I would have still been doing the show, though. I probably would have been doing it from a private location where nobody could find me until my check came. You still can find me because then I'm going to get me some land and build a compound and hide. You know, it's so crazy, right? I played the lottery, but that is a lot of money to have. And I'm probably putting out some really negative energy because part of me like, yeah, I want to get it. The other part of me like, ooh, I don't know how I would live with that type of money. And so I'm kind of, my energy is messed up when it comes to that. And it's always been messed up when it came to that. 5 million, 10 million, maybe even 20 million. Now, this is limited thinking. I know this is limited beliefs and limited thinking, but I always felt like if I had that type of money, people would treat me differently. I would be the same, but people would treat me differently. And here's why I say that, because I've had plenty of money before where I stayed the same, but the people around me changed. And it wasn't fun, y'all. It was a terrible, terrible situation. It wasn't fun at all. And so that has put a fear in my heart that I have to get rid of because I'm probably pushing that huge money away because I have this fear of people are going to treat me differently. And I know. See, this is all when you do self-work on yourself. When you do that self-work on yourself, you can identify some things so you can know how to fix them. I know. Listen, y'all know I've been working on myself for 20 years. I'm still a work in progress. It is what it is, and I'm all right with that. Long as I'm breathing, I'll do the work, no matter how long it takes me. All right. So listen, today is National Irish Coffee Day. So for you coffee lovers, if you like Irish coffee, today is National Irish Coffee Day. Go ahead and get you a nice cup. Yep. It's also National Bubble Wrap Day. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, you can put anything you want on the national calendar. National Bubble Wrap Day. What does that mean? I can understand National Irish Coffee Day. People like coffee, but bubble wrap, really? Okay, but it is what it is. It's National Bubble Wrap Day, so we're going to roll on with that. All right, let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen for today, Monday, January 25th, and we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Try to join groups of interest such as ballroom dance classes or perhaps an internet organization. Try not to be too emotional with those around you. Don't let your friends talk you into taking time off. Let me tell y'all something real quick. And I know I'm full of stories, but I got to tell y'all this story. So right before I got on air with you guys, so I told y'all about Clubhouse, right? I'm addicted. I am straight up addicted to Clubhouse. I really am. And I was in a room in Clubhouse. I'm talking about literally at 9:59. I was still in the room saying, okay, goodbye. But what I love about the platform is that you're actually talking to people. You just drop in a room and just talk to people. So I was in this room just now talking to 3 amazing women, and I had to jump off there and come over here. But I've been in a room since 5:00 this morning, and I've been in 3 rooms to be exact. I started out at one, I jumped to another one. After that one finished, I jumped to another one. I've been in 4. Because it's networking at 5:00 in the morning, y'all. It's masterminding at 5:00 in the morning. I'm telling you, if you got an iPad or iPhone and it's free, go on over there, join, especially if you're a business owner. If you're a business owner, if you are trying to break into the music business, if you're trying to be an actress, if you're trying to write a book, there is a group on Clubhouse for you. I told y'all the other day I was in a group with Tyrese. I was in a group the other day with was it Tiffany Haddish? I think Tiffany Haddish. They're just there, and they're trying to impart what they have upon you. I've been in groups with millionaires. As a matter of fact, I think I just got me a millionaire mentor. I'm so excited about that. Because my goal is to turn Good Morning Gwinnett into a multi-million-dollar brand. And I told him, listen, this is where I am. I need help. I don't know how to get to a multi-million-dollar brand by myself. I've never had a multi-million-dollar brand. And he said, yes. He said, yes, I'll help you. And so we're supposed to talk this week. I'm like, great. So I'm excited about that. So expect big things from Good Morning Gwinnett, because we're going to be building, baby. We're going to be building. I just want to share that story with you real quick. Taurus, you may want to get a little extra rest. You are prone to infections and fevers. You may have taken on a little too much, but you will enjoy every minute of it. You won't have to look back. You won't have to look for action. Yeah, you done took on a little too much. Why don't we always do that? We do. It's so funny. And I got to tell y'all this real quick. My mom was a big part of my life, and I miss her every day so much. Like, I had a moment last night. I was a mess. This was like late last night, about 2:00 in the morning. But she was a big part of my life because she was sick for a long time, and I took care of her. And I had a routine that I did every single day. Like, I would come out of my room in the morning. I would go across the hall and say, good morning, mother. I would do my show. I would come back up and make breakfast. We would talk about an hour and a half. Then I would start my work day. That was my day. And so now that she's no longer with me, it's like, okay, how do I start my day? Well, I got to tell you, Clubhouse has been very, very instrumental in helping me deal with the loss of my mom. Because it gives me something else to think about, and so, and sometimes you have a lot on your plate, even if you haven't volunteered for what you do, but my mom was my heart. So there was nothing she could ask me that I wouldn't do. Nothing, not one thing. And she knew that. And I told her that all the time. And sometimes she wouldn't ask me for stuff because she was like, I don't want to be a burden. I know I'm getting on your nerve. I know you're tired of me. And I was like, no, I'm not tired of you. Just tell me what you need, And I think I had a moment last night because I said to my husband, I really didn't realize how sick she really was, because I would say to her, you need to get up and do some exercise, get up and do some breathing treatments, get up and do some arm exercises. And she would say to me, I can't do it. And I was like, Mom, you can do it. You just got to put your mind to it. This was me all the time. And that's when I realized, I was laying in bed last night and I was just thinking about it. And I was like, man, I really didn't realize she was so sick. Like, I just thought she just didn't, she didn't want to do it because she was so stubborn, and, so I had a moment last night. But anyway, sometimes you can take on a little too much. And sometimes you enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed my mom. I enjoyed the love I had for her. She was funny. She was stubborn. She tried to tell us all what to do. She was like our mother. And my daughter said to me this morning, she said, Nana listened to every episode of your show. And I said, really? She's like, yep. She said, once she learned how to go on and listen, she listened to every episode. And I was like, wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know, because she never talked about it. Like, I would come upstairs and we would start talking about something else. We would eat breakfast. She never talked about the show. My husband, I know, try to listen to it when he can, when he's not, he works in pharmaceuticals. So when they're not in production making something, he'll tell me, oh, great show, I listened to the show. But I didn't know my mom listened to it. I didn't know a lot of stuff. Like, my mom and my daughter and my friend, one of my best friends, had been planning this trip for me for my birthday next month. And my brother knew. And I was like, you knew too? Everybody knew about that trip, and I didn't know my mother was. I know my daughter. My daughter likes to travel. So I thought it was just a her and my best friend thing. But it was all of them together planning this trip for me because, I don't take trips very often because I'm so dedicated to my work. But anyway, let's move on. Gemini, Don't turn down offers that include sports activities or children. Don't spend too much in order to impress others. You should get out and enjoy social events where you are likely to meet new potential mates. However, don't overspend. Yeah, go out to a social event. You may meet a new mate, but you don't have to overspend. Be who you really are. Be your authentic self, right? I know you want to get dolled up and look pretty. You can, but just don't overspend, because what he sees is not necessarily who you are if you put on too much glitz and glamour. Be yourself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't be gorgeous. I'm just saying be your gorgeous self. All right? The true self. Your true self. Cancer. Travel will be most enticing. Consider a cruise. I don't know about that one. For now, just do your best. Do the best you can. You can continue to make gains if you call a few people who can help you close an important deal. Let me tell y'all something. You know, I went on a cruise for the first time in 2019, for the first time ever. And here's why. And I like traveling when I can. But here's what happened. Every time my friends would plan a cruise, it will always be around September, August. And I would say, I'm not going. That's hurricane season. Well, September 2019, I got paid to come and speak on a cruise at a conference. I could not say no. And I was like, okay, it's a cruise. We're going to cruise to the Bahamas. It's going to be okay. Well, I get on the boat, and it was absolutely amazing. Right dead smack in the middle of a hurricane. And don't you know that boat rocked all night long? And I said, Lord, I'm just going to lay in this bed and pretend I'm on a water bed. But I was so exhausted. When I woke up, I was in the Bahamas, and the boat had stopped rocking. But it rocked until we got to the Bahamas. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm on a cruise ship in the middle of a hurricane. And sure enough, that's what it was. But anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you, because I don't know about, consider, like right now. Yeah, I can't consider a cruise. Not right now. Not right now, y'all. Too much going on. I can't even imagine getting on a cruise and somebody's on there positive and they lock down the cruise ship because the cabin is so tiny. And you just got to be in that little tiny... Nope, can't do it. However, it's your choice. Take a cruise. I love them. I went on one and I'm hooked. So when everything is back to somewhat normal, my husband and I are going on a cruise, because it was amazing to just get on a cruise ship and eat and drink and have fun. And they even had a casino. My husband loves a casino. I was able to go to the casino, go eat as much as I want, come back, party. I was just great. And I'm not a drinker, so it's not a big drink. I think I might have had 2 drinks the whole cruise. But it was so much fun. So cruising is very, very nice. And I'm hooked. So when everything opens back up, I'm a cruise. So y'all can meet me on that cruise. It's going to be the Good Morning Gwinnett cruise. Good Morning Gwinnett at sea. Yeah. I don't know if I can do the show, though, from there. I might have to shut the show down that week. Leo, don't let friends convince you that you should contribute to something you don't believe in. Take the time to do something nice for your friends and relatives. Don't lend or borrow money or belongings today. All right, listen now. Here, the stars are telling you, Leo, don't lend or borrow money or belongings today. Keep it all to yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't borrow either. Let people keep their stuff there to themselves. All right? But take the time to do something nice for your family and friends. Show them that you appreciate them. Let me tell you something. I didn't know I was loved, and I didn't know my mom was loved so much until her passing. And it was kind of like a bittersweet kind of thing, because she was loved. A lot of people loved her, and I saw the people that loved me and reached out to me. And I'm telling you, it was comforting, but it was sad at the same time, because it was like she's gone. But anyway, Virgo. Your ability to be a self-starter will help get things done and motivate others. Someone you live with may feel totally neglected. Please, pleasure trips will turn out to be better than you anticipated. Someone you live with is feeling totally neglected, Virgo. Who is that? Who is that? Show them some love. Show them some love. Don't neglect them. Show them some love. That's all I'm saying. All right, listen, we're going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Stay tuned.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Are you still loving the game? I know I don't. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know we should. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah, made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, oh, right, yeah, oh. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day, brighter
Welcome back. Y'all know the one thing I love about doing this show is playing my music. And it's so funny because sometimes I'm so caught up. I just pick some songs, but sometimes the songs are perfect for how I'm feeling and where I need to go. And this was a perfect song, A Brighter Day by Gloria Tells. She is one of my favorite artists that I play in my playlist. I think she makes some really, really good songs. So Gloria Tells, y'all, check her out. All right, we're going to pick it up with Libra. You can form new partnerships, but don't move too quickly. Things may not be as easy as they appear. Don't expect anything for nothing or you won't be disappointed. And you won't be disappointed. Don't even bother trying to get their approval on the things you want to do. Listen here, Libra. If you want to do it, do it. You don't need anybody's approval to do anything you want to do. Just do it. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes we want somebody to give us the okay, the green light. Nah, if it's something you want to do. See, that's the one thing I'm going to tell y'all about me. If it's something I want to do, I might run it by you. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do. Right? That's just how it is. And sometimes people don't do that. They need approval. And if somebody says, I don't know if you should do that, then they don't do anything. Well, don't do that. I'm just saying, don't do that. Scorpio, you will get along well with your colleagues today. Matters pertaining to work must be completed before you leave. Financial gains can be made. It's a good thing. You got to work with them people. It's good that you're going to get along with them. Now, that almost kind of say, well, you don't get along with them other days. I hope that's not the case. But anyway, you got to finish your work before you leave, and working with your colleagues today is going to be good. Now, here's the thing. If you know you need to finish before you leave, you may need to say, hey, listen, can you help me out? I got to go. Can you just help me get this finished? That may be why you're going to have a good day today. I'm just saying. Sagittarius, use discretion in your dealings and refrain from making verbal promises of any kind. You can purchase items that will enhance your appearance. Don't hesitate to go ahead with any plans for entertainment. Now, I don't know what items you're going to purchase today that's going to, enhance your appearance. Like, things pop in my head right now, y'all. That's pretty funny. But whatever it is, maybe it's a new makeup brush, a new makeup, a new lipstick, a new lip gloss. Whatever it is, enjoy yourself. And have some fun with your entertainment plans. Capricorn, you should sign up for creative courses. Concentrate on your work. Trips will be enjoyable, and communication with your lover will clear up any misconceptions. Pleasure trips will ease the tension between you and your mate. All right, so listen here. I always say this, communication is the key. Here's the thing. If you're not communicating, there's a lot that can be made up in somebody's head, because people will make up stuff. If you don't, and even sometimes you can communicate with people and they still make up stuff. People will make up stories and they'll tell themselves that story over and over again, and it's not even true. It's just something that they made up. And I was talking to somebody one time, right? And I'm telling y'all, this person sat right in front of me and made up an entire story. And I was saying to myself, like, you do know you just made that story up, because that didn't happen. I mean, literally the whole entire story. And I said to them, now, I said it because I had to let them know you just made that up. I was like, you do know you just made all that up, right? And she's like, no, but I'm just saying, so yeah, but that's a story that you're telling yourself that didn't happen. So you're creating a problem where there are none, because you're making up this story about how you think somebody's feeling, what you think they may say. It didn't happen. So stop making up stories. She was actually making up a story that never happened. And I had to just tell her, because I don't even think she was aware of it. That she was just like, she was pulling stuff out the air from what she thought might happen, could happen, might be said, might be done. And I said to her, you're making that up. That's not happening. It could, it might, but it's not. So you're making that story. And she was doing things based on the story she made up. People will make up stories. So that's why it's very important, Capricorn, to keep your lines of communication open. That way people can't make up stories, because you tell them what you need them to know. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you're telling some lies, that's a whole nother show. I ain't going to even get into that one. Because the minute you start lying and people know you lying, they don't trust you. They may not say it out loud, but they will not trust you. I can tell you, let me just say this for myself. I can't say that for everybody. But the minute I know somebody lied to me, in my mind, because how my mind works, every time you tell me something, I'm like, that's a lie. In my mind. I ain't saying it out loud, but in my mind, I'm thinking, that's a lie. Because you lied. So, and that's just me. And I could be totally wrong for doing that, but yeah. All right. Aquarius. Don't allow colleagues to stand in your way. Disappointments are likely if your mate embarrass you in front of your friends. Ooh. Confusion could result when communicating with others. Ooh. Yeah, disappointments are likely if you embarrass if your mate embarrass you in front of a friend. Let me tell you something right now. Disappointment will sure be on the forefront if my mate embarrassed me in front of my friends. Shit, yeah, it wouldn't be my disappointment though. It'd be his disappointment that he embarrassed me in front of my friends, because that's not gonna sit well, and I'm not gonna sit back and take it. So that's gonna look ugly. So think twice if that was me. I would think twice. I don't know how you gonna handle that, Aquarius, if it happens. I wouldn't handle that so nice, because you know me. So you know not to embarrass me in front of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Think about that for a second. Like, you know your mate. You know how they are. You know not to embarrass them in front of their friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, that wouldn't work too well. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. You're intuitive today. Yes. However, this attribute could get you in trouble if you are tactless and if you tactlessly say what you think. Oh, Lord. Someone you live with could be frustrated and upset. Don't allow colleagues to put unreasonable pressure on you. All right, so listen, fish. We're very intuitive today, but we have to be careful what we say. Because if we take that, our intuition, and we turn it into something tactless, it could get us into trouble. We're always intuitive, though. We are. But we got to be careful what we say today. Right? That's all. Be careful. Yeah, and someone you live with could be frustrated and upset. Here's the thing. You don't want to get frustrated and upset with them. You want to find out why and see, can you solve the problem? At least address the issue. You know what I'm saying? Don't jump to conclusions. Just ask a question. What's wrong? Now, I have a 3-question rule. I'm going to ask you 3 times. And after the 3rd time, and you don't answer me back, I'm not asking you again. So you can figure it out after that time. I'm going to ask you 3 times. You get 3, just like baseball. You get 3 strikes and then you're out. So I will ask you 3 times, what's the matter? What's wrong? What's wrong? After that 3rd time, we're done. So that's it. Solar horoscope I got for today. I'm going to move on. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now, let's get on with our word for the week. So, listen, Georgette couldn't be here, so I don't have a whole lot to say about this word, but it is a powerful one. The word of the week is motivated. Motivated. Now, Georgette normally brings you this word, but she could not be here with us today, so I am the word carrier of today, and the word is motivated. Now, here's the thing. You may be trying to accomplish something in your life, and sometimes motivation is just not there. You have to find a way to stay motivated. What I do to stay motivated is watch you, because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur pretty much 24/7, y'all. And when I ain't been a parent and a wife and a friend and a daughter and a sister and an aunt and all that stuff, most of the time I'm an entrepreneur. And so sometimes I'm just not motivated. And when I need to get motivated, I will turn on YouTube and I will find a story of somebody's telling their story about how they succeeded, how they did something that I know I need to do. I don't just watch random videos. It's something that I need to do. I need to know how they did this. If they made $10,000 in a minute, I need to know how they did that. You know, if they wrote this powerhouse best-selling book, I need to know how they did that. If they launched a powerful blog post that got like millions of views, I need to know how they did that. So I will go to YouTube and I will watch a YouTube video. It snaps me right out of it. I'm talking about literally right out of it. So that's one of the ways I motivate myself. The other way I motivate myself is to listen to podcasts. I love podcasts. So I will listen to a podcast. Here lately, what has been my saving grace outside of the Lord is Clubhouse. Clubhouse has been so amazing in my moving forward with my life after my mom. It has, because I get to talk to people. So podcasting, I'm talking. You hear me talking? Right? You hear me talking? Podcasting, I'm talking. Clubhouse, we're talking to each other. You can't see them. You ain't got to put on no makeup. You ain't got to do nothing but jump in a room and talk. And you can just go from room to room to room because it's just thousands of rooms. I love it. Now, there are some major big rooms, I realize. And I got the chance to talk in a couple of them before. But it's so many people in those rooms that you probably never get a chance to talk unless you jump in there right at the rip and raise your hand. Like I was in a room the other day. It was 1,200 people in that room. I'm talking, yes. That's what I'm talking about. And if you get the opportunity to raise your hand, that's 1,200 people that's going to know who you are. And people will check you out. And you see your followers just jump on Instagram and on Clubhouse. I love it. But that has been my saving grace and my motivation. It's so funny because my granddaughter had a birthday party yesterday at Chuck E. Cheese, right? And I was having a moment because at that moment, you know, I realized when we did her birthday party last year, we were live streaming and taking pictures, and because my mom couldn't come, she wasn't feeling well, so we were taking pictures and live streaming so she could be a part of it, she could see everything. And it hit me, we can't even send her the live stream of the pictures because she's not there. So I had a breakdown. Nobody saw it but my husband, but he know that Clubhouse has been my saving grace. So he's on Clubhouse too. So he was telling me, so he was trying to snap me back, and he did. And I knew what he was doing. He was talking to me about Clubhouse, like, listen to this Clubhouse. Check out what they're saying in this Clubhouse. And I was like, okay. So it snapped me back. But, you know, I was still kind of sad. But he know that Clubhouse has been something that has been so powerful to help me stay motivated. You have to find what motivates you. Those are the things that motivate me. But you have to find what motivates you, right? And so it may be going for a walk. It may be dancing, you know, it may be cleaning, but whatever that, if you know those things motivate you, when you're feeling unmotivated, that's what you want to do. Do the things that motivate you. Get up and do them. I'm telling you, because I can't stay in that place a long time. Like I couldn't even stay in my grief with my mom for a long time. And she know that she wouldn't want me to be there because she know I hate being sad. Like I didn't like being sad. And I'm telling y'all, this caught me so off guard. I didn't think I was going to bounce back, but every day gets a little bit better. But I have to go to the place that motivates me. I have to do the things that motivates me, you know. And I could tell you now, I'm just telling you, when I cut it off though, when I cut off that motivation right at this period and stage of my life, sometimes when I cut that motivation off, my feelings they come up. Like last night they came up. Like they came up about 2:00 in the morning. I cut off the meditation stuff, and you know, and I wasn't sleepy yet. And I didn't feel like listening to Clubhouse anymore because I had been on there like half the day, and all these things started coming back about my mom. Like I really didn't know how sick she really, even though I knew she was sick, I didn't know how sick she really was. I didn't know how, let me say this, I didn't know how tired she really was. You know, I really didn't. And that just hurt my heart because I didn't know. And I think I didn't know because she felt like she didn't want to be a burden to me. And so all that stuff came up about 2:00 this morning, and I was just a hot mess. And my husband said to me this morning, you know, you cried yourself to sleep last night. And I was like, yeah, I know. But anyway, I'm going to go to another song. I'll be right back after this song to give you what's going on with COVID, what's going on in the United States, and what's going on in Gwinnett County. So stay tuned.
I wanna get you all alone now and go hide away from the lights, but I don't dare to, I'm too fragile, and for that I do apologize. Maybe someday we can work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I think I'm love drunk and it feels wrong, but I'm not afraid to admit I used to feel safe next to you, babe. No, I'm thinking I deserve a hit. Maybe someday we could work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. Love's too deep. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. Love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Blair giving you a daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. So remember now, the word of the week is motivated. So find your motivation and get motivated. Yes. All right, Georgia will be back next Monday to bring you the word. But right now, let's move on to some news you can use. Oh my goodness. So listen, y'all, this thing is out of control. Okay, so right now in the state of Georgia, we have 718,532 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. 11,801 people have passed away. Yeah, I said 718,000. Yep. Approaching 750,000 people who have tested positive here in the state. But do you realize? Let me tell y'all something. I was somewhere last week, and I was so upset with this person. They don't even know it, but I was so disgusted because they really still don't believe that this is a thing. Like, my mom just passed away from coronavirus. And the person was saying, yeah, ever since, I was so disgusted. I don't even want to talk about it because I was just I'm saying to myself, you know my mother just passed. You still think that this is a fluke. I'm standing there face to face talking to the person, and they still think that the numbers are made up. The numbers are inflated. It really didn't happen that way. They think that they're just telling that people got, I was like, that's unbelievable. I had coronavirus. My whole freaking entire family had it. And I lost my mom. And you're standing here telling me that it's made up. I'm telling you. And I was like, yeah, I probably never talk to that person again. Yeah, it was this. I wanted to punch him. But anyway, so let me just tell you about Fulton County was number one in the state of Georgia for the highest number of cases confirmed. Gwinnett is still number one now. So Fulton has 65,331 cases. Gwinnett has 70,267 cases. Let me say that again. Gwinnett County has 70,267 confirmed cases of COVID-19. 653 people, unfortunately, my mom is one of those people in that number, have passed away. So you can't tell me that this is not happening. It's crazy. And for somebody to still think that this, how many, with 24 million almost, or 23 million people, for somebody to say that that is not true, it's unbelievable. Here's the thing, it probably hasn't touched your family. It has touched mine 3 times. Yep, touched mine 3 times. So I can't even sit there and look at somebody in the face and for them to say, yeah, they're just inflating numbers. Really? Ask the people who lost somebody. Yeah, ask the people who lost somebody, are they inflating numbers? I just shook my head. I was like, let me go. I gotta go now. I just thought that was the dumbest thing ever. But, people are entitled to their opinions, and whatever they think is what they think. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, President Biden, there was supposed to be a vaccine plan in place. Apparently, there is no vaccine plan in place. So he has to come up with one from scratch. That's why the vaccine rollout has been such a problem, because there was never a plan in place. While the former president was so busy running around trying to change the vote, he should have been trying to figure out how to get people vaccinated. But I'm not going to get onto a rant. I'm trying to make this a more positive show. So here's what I'm praying. I'm praying that President Biden and his team come up with a solid plan to get the vaccines into communities everywhere so people can be vaccinated. And also so we can get back to life. Now, here's another thing I want to tell you. There are 2 variants that are floating around right now. One from, I think, South Africa and one from the UK is floating around. And they're not sure whether or not people who have had it, had the COVID-19, are immune to those 2 variants. So what I'm going to tell you is that you should still be wearing your mask. Even if you've been vaccinated, wear your mask, still practice safe social distancing, and still practice washing your hands, because you do not want to get the coronavirus. You do not want to get that. It is rough on your body. It could cause lasting damage. It's rough on your mental psyche. Oh my God. Let me tell you, outside of losing my mom, the mental part of that thing is crazy. I did not want to touch anything in the house. I was afraid to leave my bedroom because I felt like I was contaminated. I barely went in the kitchen. When I went in the kitchen, I had on gloves, all kinds of stuff. In my own house. It's my house. But there were other people, now, and pretty much everybody in the house had it except for one person. We had to protect him at all costs, and we did, thank God. But it was the craziest thing. Like, just to be able to just go in your kitchen. I felt contaminated. Even though it was nothing that I did personally to get it. Like, it's not like I went and I was doing drugs and I took a bad drug. No, it was in the air. So I'm saying this to say the president is trying to get the vaccines rolled out. But here's the thing. There are 2 variants that's just floating around. There's probably going to be more. I hate to be the bearer of doom and gloom, but where did these 2 variants come from? They came from somewhere. Like, we're trying to get a lockdown on the first variant we got. Now 2 more have popped up. And the people who have had it, they feel like they're safe. I don't feel like I'm safe. We still wear our masks. I still wash my hands. I'm almost out of hand sanitizer in my car and on my keychains. I got to re-up. Yes, I do. Because I don't know what the variants are. I don't know if I'm immune to those variants. I told my family, put your mask on, because we don't know if we're immune to those variants. And here's the thing. We were all very sick. And nobody wants to be sick. And nobody wants to feel like they're contaminated. So I'm just saying, if you had it, don't think you're free, because you're not. And so right now, the president and his team are trying to figure out how to get this thing under control, put this plan in place so these states can get this vaccine and get it out to people. His plan is to vaccinate 100,000 people in the first 100 days. He is already 15 days out or more, 20 days out. What's the day? 25th? Okay, he's 5 days out. He's 5 days out. So he has 95 days left with no plan. It's so terrible. They said that 38 police officers that was in that, the riot and back in January, have all tested positive for COVID-19 after the Capitol riot. That's so sad. It's sad. Because it was a lot of people there, and it's bad enough. It's not bad enough, but they already put their lives on the line. Now they have been faced with this coronavirus thing, and I just told y'all, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Some people kind of breeze through it. Like my daughter, she wasn't really, really, really sick, but 3 of us were really, really sick, So you don't want it, is what I'm saying. I wish that the officers who were there protecting the Capitol, I wish them a speedy recovery, and that they suffered no damage and all that stuff because of the coronavirus. But this thing is a monster. speaking of the coronavirus, our Gwinnett chairwoman has said, you know what, I'm about to make mask mandatory. Listen, Gwinnett has taken a record from Fulton. And I hate to be just on this right here. I hate to just be on the whole corona thing, but it's where we are. You know what I'm saying? It's where we are. And, you know, there are a lot of people who don't still believe that it's true. You know, they still feel like it's made up and people are inflating the numbers and all that nonsense. I don't know. I cannot. I don't understand the people thinking. And, you know, I cannot even wrap my brains around that, but you can't tell people how to think. You know, you just can't. Because people are going to think the way they want to think. You know, they really are. But when it's your family, you know, and you've lived through it, it's something totally different. So, you know, I guess if it hasn't touched your family, then it don't exist. I guess that's the case. But anyway, our chairwoman, Nicole Love Hendrickson, says she signed an order mandating face masks in county buildings. So when you go into a county building, you have to have on a mask. It's not a question. You have to have on one. It's a mandate. It's a mandate. The order goes into effect Tuesday and remain in effect through January 31st because the numbers are skyrocketing. They're crazy. They are crazy. Let's get on to some new news. So Everton Blair, who served on the school board for 2 years, is now the chair. Yeah, congratulations, Everton. He is now the school board has a new chairperson. His name is Everton Blair. And Karen Watkins is his vice chair. Yep. So congratulations. He was the first African American to serve on the school board. Ain't that something? First African American to be elected to the school board. He was the first. Served that for 2 years, and now he's a chair. So congratulations, Everton, and doing that. And congratulations to Karen to being the pick for vice chair. We need diversity. Gwinnett is a very diverse county, and we need diversity all around us. I know some people will beg to differ, but we do. And that's a good thing. So now we have some representation there. And so that's a good thing. Now let me tell y'all this. Child, let me tell y'all this here. Maybe I should wait till after the song to come back and tell y'all this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the song and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about this story right here. Because this right here, and it's so funny because you had to know this was coming. You had to know that this was gonna happen. When I told y'all about this story last week, you had to know it. It was coming. I knew it was coming, you know. But anyway, let's go to a song. I'll be right back. And then I'm going to close it out. Stay tuned.
Sure we had fun tonight. You and me felt alright. But it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while. Me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So I hold on to my heart. my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So hold on to my, now hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So hold on to my, yeah, hold on to my heart.
Welcome back. So listen, it's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you a daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So last week, y'all, I told y'all a story about the new election board, the Gwinnett Elections Board new chairwoman, and how she was like, she wants to get rid of the ballot boxes. She wanted to like get rid of she's going to get rid of mail-in ballots. She's like, she want to get rid of all that. No excuses, mail-in ballots. She want to get rid of all that. So here's the problem with that, right? So there were a lot of mail-in ballots and ballots dropped off because we had a pandemic. Y'all know what that is? Like, it's called the coronavirus. And a lot of people were saying, I'm not going standing on voting lines and being around people, right? So they mailed in their ballots or they dropped them off at the ballot boxes. So my mom and my uncle both, they're not able to go out and vote. So I actually took the ballots and dropped it off at the ballot box. My husband and I voted in the primary election, but when it was time for the runoff, we just did a mail-in ballot, right? They don't want that to happen. They felt like people, the reason that the president won and reason that the Senate seats was lost in Georgia was because people mailed in the ballots, and they want people to physically come out and vote. So she was saying that, if you can vote, if you can physically go out and vote, you should vote. You shouldn't have the right to mail in a ballot. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. What difference does it make as long as you vote? Well, she got in there and she's like, I'm going to do away with that. And I'm like a bulldog when it gets. So she had said she was going to do away with that. Well, guess what? Now she done activated the Fair Fight team. That's Stacey Abrams and her group. She done activated them. And Tuesday night when they had the meeting, 25,307 people tweeted on Twitter, Alice must go. Yep, by 7 p.m. Tuesday night. Yep, as the election board meeting was taking place, they had put out the hashtag Alice must go, hashtag Alice must go, 25,300 tweets by 7 o'clock. Because here's the thing, stop trying to suppress the vote of black folks. That's the whole thing. And she was like, no, that's not what yeah, it is. Yes, it is. That's what it is. And you said it loud and clear. And now she's like, well, and I misspoke. No, you spoke just what you wanted to say. You meant that. You wanted your people to hear exactly what you say. You said you were going to make sure it happened. You was going to put it, that's what you meant. Stop. What is wrong? See, to me, in my mind, I can't understand, why do people have to be that way? Listen, I'm going to be fair. What is wrong with being fair? And there's something wrong with you. When you cannot be fair, there's something inherently wrong with you. Right? But there's something inherently wrong with a lot of folks. Because my thought is this. I'm going to let you go and cast your vote that best way you can. If you can't come to the polls, you got to go to work and you work 7 days a week and you don't get off to 6:30 and you're coming from Atlanta and you got all this traffic to get through and you can't, you know what I mean? Put your vote in the ballot. Mail it in. Cast it the way you need to cast it. But there are a lot of people who are challenged like that. There are a lot of people who did not have transportation. This is what they know. This is why it's so important for them to change the rules and change the laws. Well, there's a hashtag going around on Twitter. Alice must go. And that's what, Stacey and her team have stepped in and, the Fair Fight team, like, they ain't playing because it's not fair. That's the problem. Fairness, I don't think they know what that means. But anyway, y'all, hashtag Alice must go. I'm just saying, yeah, because I'm all about fairness. I'm all about equality and justice for all, not just for some, just for all, And there are a lot of people who feel like Alice is not being fair because she has already voiced her opinion out loud. It ain't like we had to overhear it. She put it in the Gwinnett Daily Post. It's out loud where everybody can hear it. So anyway, and then, okay, I'm not going to get into that. I'm trying to bring this show to a more positive place. I'm trying. But some of the stuff I see in the news, it just won't allow me to do that. I feel like The Godfather, one of my favorite movies. Remember in the scene when he says, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Remember that? That's how I feel. I'm trying to get that positive energy thing going on, but then I see these stories like this, and it pulls me back in. I'm trying, though. I'm really, 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 really trying. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song, and I'm going to come back and close it out with my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Just give it up. I'm not your girl, and I never will be. Don't call me up. Don't waste your time, 'cause I'll be your enemy. If you want love, look somewhere else. He'll find nothing. Just give it up. I'm not your girl, 'cause I only love me. Don't get me wrong. You and I could have fun together when I feel done with having fun on my own. It's better to care for yourself, not rely on somebody else. So don't get me wrong, I'm just riding alone. Just walk away, 'cause I got no intentions of hanging out with you tonight. Don't look my way. If you want a problem, I'll give you a problem, alright? If you want love, just give it up. You got the wrong girl. You got the wrong, you got the wrong, you got the wrong girl, girl. You got the wrong, you got the wrong, you got the wrong girl, girl. This is my time. I'm feeling good. Rule every party. See how I shine when I'm alone. Nothing can stop me. You should go out, meet someone else, someone who gets you. Don't stick around. I'm pretty wild. I don't do monogamy. Don't get me wrong. You and I could have fun together when I feel done with having fun on my own. It's better to care for yourself, not rely on somebody else. So don't get me wrong, I'm just riding alone. Just walk away, 'cause I got no intentions of hanging out with you tonight. Don't look my way. If you want a problem, I'll give you a problem, alright? If you want love, just give it up. You got the wrong girl. You got the wrong, you got the wrong, you got the wrong girl, girl. You got the wrong, you got the wrong, you got the wrong girl, girl. Hey, I care for myself. Ooh, don't rely on somebody else. Oh, so don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. I'm just riding alone. Just walk away, 'cause I got no intentions of hanging out with you tonight. Don't look my way. If you want a problem, I'll give you a problem, alright? If you want love, just give it up. You got the wrong girl. You got the wrong, you got the wrong, you got the wrong girl, girl. You got the wrong, you got the wrong, you got the wrong girl, girl.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for today. So my words of inspiration are, there are two ways of spreading light: to be a candle or the mirror that reflects it. Let me say that again. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Edith Warrington said that, and she was right. Listen, you can be the light of somebody's life. You can be the candle to light up their light, or you can reflect back to yourself the light that you see in the mirror. Just add some light to somebody's life. A smile can add light to somebody's life. You know what I mean? A good deed can add a light to somebody's life. Just add some light to the world. You know what I mean? Just do that today. You know, your podcast may be a light to somebody. They may have needed to hear this message right now. You know, the fact that you got up this morning and you said you did a journal and you thank God for his grace on our lives. You know, somebody didn't get grace today, y'all. Let me say that. So for those who are, wake them up and say, hey, I love you. Listen, what we started in my family, we have a group of family and friends, and I call them all family because they're like my family. 17 people in that group, and every morning when somebody forgets to start the I love you off, have a good morning group, somebody else remembers, and that's what we do. That's the light we put it. That's the light we start off with every morning, because we realize in the passing of my mom, she was the glue that kind of held everybody together. And so sometimes you don't get a chance to call, but let me tell you about text messaging 24/7. It never goes off unless you turn your phone off. So that light that comes through in the morning, somebody might forget, but somebody's going to remember. So be the light in somebody's life today. All right. Listen, thank you so much for listening. You could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 56 minutes with me, and I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Listen, if you missed any episode of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And go to Apple Podcasts and find your favorite 2 episodes and give them 5 stars. Yes, I need you to do that. I need you to do that. And check this out. Go to Clubhouse. If you got an Apple phone or an iPad, put your application, because you can't just join. You have to put in fill out your profile, and then someone will let you in. So if you're my friend on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, I think it's Instagram and Twitter. If you're my friend or you follow me on those platforms, if you pop up there, I'll see you as a friend and I can let you in. You want to get in there, right? And so on today, later on today, I'm doing a room, because it's called a room. I'm doing a room for women who want to learn how to podcast, because, there are a lot of women who want to start a podcast, but they feel intimidated. They feel afraid of the equipment. They feel like they're going to ask the wrong question. They feel like the question is stupid. I'm here to take all that away from you, help you get your podcast started. That's the first thing. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of this week, I'll be hosting that, and I'll be doing several different talks on podcasts. And one is going to be a brainstorming on your topic. One is going to be talking about how to get your podcast on Alexa and why you should have it on Alexa. And I forgot what the other one is. But if you become a member of Clubhouse and you follow me on Clubhouse, I'll follow you back. And you'll get to know about all the events that I got going on this week and next week. So be sure to do it. Next week is going to be real good. I'm going to have someone on there moderating with me, and he's going to be talking about how to negotiate to get your podcast some money. I'm excited about that. You hear what I'm saying? I'm excited. Matter of fact, I'm going to create some marketing materials and post it on Instagram and Facebook and all those places, because I want you to come on this platform. When I tell you this is a powerful platform, I can't say enough about the platform, because I've already met some truly amazing people. And I'm so happy to have met them. And I know that they're going to help me get my goal of taking Good Morning Gwinnett and making it a multi-million-dollar brand. I know that's going to happen, and I'm excited about that. All right. So listen, be sure to support the show by going to goodmorninggwinnett.com and, buy a book, buy a t-shirt, buy a pillow, whatever. Just support the show. I appreciate you for that. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Listen, keep your mask on. No matter if you had COVID or not, keep your mask on. No matter if you had the vaccine or not, keep your mask on your face. Wash your hands and stay 6 feet apart, because we don't know what's floating in the air. We just don't know. So instead of getting sick and losing people, keep your mask on, wash your hands, and stay 6 feet apart. That's all I got for you today. I thank you for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.